right?
Of course you are.
It doesn't seem right.
You're getting exercise, that's all that matters.
Yeah, but if I'm doing it wrong, I could hurt myself. I wish we had the instruction booklet.
They don't always have instruction booklets at garage sales.
Well, maybe we could write to the company? What do you think this thing is called?
I think it's called a thigh master.
Oh, it's not a thigh master. There's nothing for thighs here.
Then maybe it's a super abs burner.
I don't think this has anything to do with that.
What the hell are abs anyway?
I don't know. But it doesn't seem like a burner. It seems more like a rower.
Then maybe it's a super abs rower.
Well, maybe. You could ask the people you bought it from.
I thought I bought it at the Brown Colonial where the dog didn't stop working.
No, that's where you bought the stationary bike with no bike seat.
I thought I bought the stationary bike, no bike seat, at the white split level.
No, you bought the stationary bike with no bike seat at the house where the dog didn't stop walking. Remember I asked you why did you buy a stationary bike with no bike seat? And you said it was because the dog was making you crazy and you couldn't think straight.
Oh yeah, so where did I find this gizmo?
That is a mystery for the ages. Yeah, help me up. I've got to dust. Our new neighbor is coming over.
Yeah, well, who's that?
Mrs. something or other, I don't know. She just moved in. Her husband died. And she's renting the Golden's house.
Well, how old was the husband?
Old.
Older than me?
Much older than you, I'm sure.
I know, I don't like hearing about people my age who died.
Well, maybe he was in his 80s or his 90s even. So, what'd you buy this time?
Why are you accusing me of buying? I'm not always buying.
You go to a flea market. You come home with a filled shopping bag. It doesn't take Sherlock Holmes to figure out that you bought something.
I didn't buy anything, Dr. Watson. Actually, I was thinking of buying one of those birdhouses, shaped like a house, but the guy wanted $4. It was only worth about $2.
Why would you buy a birdhouse? You hate birds.
For $2, I take it, toss it in the closet.
For what?
What's the difference for what? I didn't buy it. Get on with your life already.
So, what's with the shopping bag?
Finally, you're asking an intelligent question. Now, you remember Harry Connicky?
The butcher?
The butcher? Butcher's Harry Krause.
I think you're thinking of Herb Proudham at the dentist.
Dentist? I said butcher. I didn't say dentist. Did I say dentist?
No, you said butcher. Now what about the butcher?
The butcher? Who's talking about the butcher?
You were talking about the butcher, weren't you? I said dentist. You said butcher. Every interruption is a blessing from above. Hello? Oh, yes, sure. It's for you.
Who is it?
How should I know?
Well, don't you ask?
Did you see me ask?
Person's supposed to ask. Give me the phone. Hello? Oh, yes, sir. Right? Yes, sir. I can be there Monday morning at 10. Wonderful. Yes, sir. Thank you.
So, who was that?
That was Mr. Albano.
And who's Mr. Albano?
He's the human resources manager at Continental Acres.
Human resources?
You know, the employment manager.
Why would an employment manager be calling you? Oh, no. Have you been sending out resumes again?
A man doesn't have to sit at home waiting to die. A man could go out and get himself a job.
Yeah, but at an egg crate company? What do you know about egg crates?
What do you need to know? They come in 4 sizes. Small, a medium, a large, and extra large.
And what about jumbo?
Jumbo is extra large.
Jumbo is jumbo.
What's the difference? Jumbo, extra large, white, brown, an egg is an egg.
So you're going for a job interview, huh?
That's right. And nothing is going to stop.
How old did you say you were this time?
52.
You're 72. As soon as they see you, they're going to know you lied.
Well, then I'm going to sue them for age discrimination. And I'll get the AARP to help.
Yeah, do what you want. So, what's with the shopping bag?
Oh my God, the shopping bag! I forgot all about it. We're going to have to cancel Mr. Albumin.
Albano.
I thought his name was Albumin.
Albumin is the egg white. You see, you know nothing about eggs.
It's not an egg company. It's an egg crate company. And you don't have to know about clothes to manufacture suitcases.
What the hell are you talking about?
I don't know. You're making me crazy.
I'm making you crazy, and what about the shopping bag?
Oh my God, the shopping bag.
What about it?
You remember Herb Carnegie?
Here we go again. You mean Harry?
Talking to you is exhausting.
Finally. We now agree on something.
Anyway, you know that Herb Carnegie was a big sock man.
No,
But
I
his name
didn't
isn't
know.
Herb, his name was Harry.
Yes, and I didn't know.
He was one of the biggest sock guys.
No kidding.
He was the Donald Trump of socks.
Trump. Donald Trump.
If you're going to interrupt my every word, we're going to be sitting here for a long, long time.
I've got a test.
Anyway, I'm trying to make a point here.
So make your point already.
The point is, he has all these IRs that he gets from the sock company he used to work for.
IRs?
Yes, irregulars. I ran into him at the flea market and he tells me he has all these socks. So I proposed a business deal. He gets the socks. I sell the socks. We split the profits.
But those are individual socks. They're not in pairs.
Hello, that's what makes him irregular.
What good is it? Who's going to want to buy one sock?
A one-legged man would buy one sock. But there's not a big market for that. There's not a real big market for one-legged people.
So-
that wasn't the plan.
You've got a plan?
Yes, a business plan. I'm going to match the socks and make pairs of them.
You're going to sit around here all day and match pairs?
At least I'll be my own boss. Not like that stupid A-grade company.
No, maybe it's not a bad idea. At least it will give you something to do.
Anyway, I got this bag to start with. Harry is sending some more over with his gardener.
You mean that Mexican boy who pulls weeds for everyone?
Harry calls him his gardener.
It's Gardner. He's the Mexican boy.
Rich people see things differently.
What's to see differently? He works for the Homeowners Association. He makes minimum wage to pull weeds for all of us.
Why are you arguing with me? I don't call him the gardener. Harry does.
Oh, fancy schmancy, he's a gardener.
Maybe he was here already. Got some other socks. Let me go check. Boy, I hope he was here. Oh, yes, sir.
What is this?
I told you he was a big sock man.
You can't leave these socks here.
Why not?
Our new neighbor is coming over.
Good, she can help me sort.
She certainly will not help you sort. What's wrong with you lately? Take these socks into the bedroom.
Why? What if she has a need for socks? How is she going to know that I'm in the sock business?
You are not in the sock business.
Well, if I'm not in the sock business, I don't need to meet any new people.
You certainly do. As a matter of fact, she's coming over for drinks tonight.
Coming over day and night. Why don't you just move into the spare room? Anyway, we're busy tonight.
Busy with what?
We always watch TV on Saturday night.
Not tonight. Marcy is spending the night. And Mrs. What's her name? Son is visiting. That's why I invited them back.
Again, the matchmaking?
What, you don't care about your daughter's happiness?
Of course I care, but why must it interfere with must-see TV?
I'm going to take these socks into the bedroom. Oh, God. Maybe you should go into the egg crate business.
Egg crates? Oh my God, I forgot!
God, what?
What's the number to the egg crate company?
How should I know?
What's it, don't yell. Calm down. Didn't you
411.
It's not 411 anymore. I'll try 0. Hello, operator. I'd like the number for local information. 411. I knew that. Oh, jeez. Hello, information. I'd like the number to the Rockhard Roller Company in New Brunswick, New Jersey. I'm calling local information in New Jersey. Where the hell are you? Amarillo, Texas. Wait. Don't give me the number. I'm not listening. I'm tall and thin and young and lovely. I'm not listening. I'm not listening to the number. No, wait. Don't give me the number again. I got a question to ask you first. Just how much is it going to cost me to get this number from you, Mr. Amarillo, Texas? What? 75 cents? That's ridiculous! It's only 2 miles down the road! From me, not from you! Okay, listen. Could you give me the first 4 numbers for a quarter, and then I can do the rest by trial and error? What? Hello?
So, what happened?
Do you believe they hung up on me?
Someone hung up on you? Impossible.
You know what I never understand? Why are all these socks gray? Why didn't he only give me gray socks?
Did you forget that you're colorblind?
Oh, gee, maybe I should not have rushed into this.
Oh, that must be Marcy. Come in.
Oh, God.
Oh, what's wrong, dear?
I've just been kind of depressed since the kids left with Ted for the weekend.
Oh, I'm so sorry, honey.
I brought a gift for you, Dad.
Oh, what's the occasion?
Tomorrow's Father's Day.
Oh, great, thanks. Oh, wow. Oh, gee. Oh, look, Edna. How thoughtful. A pair of gray socks.
Look at brown, Dad. It's no use, Dad. There's not a matching pair among them.
How could there not be a single matching pair? This is impossible! Oh, look! There's one! I knew it! There must be more. We just have to keep looking.
This one is blue and this one is brown.
Ah, jeez. Well, you know one thing? I know that these are the same color. Oh.
Stop with the socks already, Norman!
All right. You know, if I had Harry Carnegie's phone number, I would call him and give him a piece of my mind. How am I supposed to match pairs when there's no 2 socks to match?
Why don't you call information and get his number?
Information? I'm on a fixed income.
Norman, would you get the door?
No. You get the door. She's your guest.
I'm making tea.
I'll get it.
Hello, I'm Rosemary DiCarlo.
Marcy Silverman. I'll bring this into the kitchen.
Oh, Rosemary, so nice of you to come.
It's so nice of you to invite me. Your daughter's beautiful. My Raymond will adore her.
Wonderful. Norman, this is Norman, my husband. Norman, this is Rosemary, our new neighbor.
I'm in the sock business. Would you be interested in buying socks?
I'm sorry. She's depressed because the kids are with her ex. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
And toss that sock in the wash.
Enough with the socks already.
Do you think Edison's wife said that's enough with the electric light bulbs?
Your daughter has a very unusual accent.
I know. She went to school in Boston.
So you're in the sock business.
Yes, my partner's a big sock man. From years ago, one of the biggest. He was the John Wilkes Rockefeller of socks. So your husband died
2 years ago.
And how old was he, may I ask?
72.
Oh. What month was he born?
December.
Oh.
Yes, my friend Florence Romano had one. I was with her when the news broke.
What news?
That it was being recalled. It's been responsible for a dozen deaths.
Recall? What do you mean recall?
Recalled. You know, they give you your money back.
Oh yeah, bingo!
What bingo?
We'll return and make a tiny profit. I got this dirt cheap at a garage sale. Excuse me. Oh, I just can't figure out where to send it to.
I think it's the Rock Hard Roller Company. Why don't you call information?
Come in.
This is Harry Carnegie, Edna. You remember Harry, don't you?
Yes, of course. How do you do, Harry?
Nice to see you again, Edna.
Hello, Mr. Carnegie.
Oh, Uncle Harry.
Yeah, maybe your uncle remember you in his will.
And who might you be?
Yeah, she might be Herb Pratthammer, the dentist. Oh,
Norman, that's enough.
What? Nothing, dear, nothing.
Rosemary to call.
I'm Harry Carnegie, retired. Big stock man. Perhaps you've heard of me.
That reminds me, Mr. Big Sock Man. How am I supposed to make pairs when there's no pairs and there's not a pair and a whole bunch of socks a day?
Could you please talk about business later? We've got company. I can hear the tea kettle. I'm making tea. Harry, would you like to stay for tea?
I'd love to stay for tea. I'll have coffee.
All right.
Like I said, there are no pairs.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure. These irregulars have no value whatsoever. Our business deal is at an end. You might as well take these whole bunch of socks and throw them away. They have no value whatsoever.
I have thousands of socks. They have to have some value.
Hello? They have no value whatsoever. Our business relationship is hereby kaput.
Are you looking for a business partner to help you sell these socks?
This idea is not going to be an R-rated idea, is it? Because my socks are wholesome socks.
Not unless you thought Shari Lewis and Lamb Chop were R-rated. Hey, dude, you're one of these socks. Oh, yeah? Well, you're not exactly socks. Touching your something.
I'm Ted. I may look like a whole sock to you, but I'm really just a heel.
That's it. We'll make sock puppets. We'll sell them at the flea market. We'll make a fortune.
That's it, sock puppets. We'll make a fortune.
We? The sock puppet business is between me and Rosemary.
Tea and coffee.
Just a minute. We have business to resolve.
What kind of business?
So Harry and I are in the sock business, and then suddenly he decides to dump me like an old sock and go into business with Rosemary. What kind of dirty, low-down, scum, sneak dumps a business partner like that?
I didn't dump you. You said we were good.
And then 2 seconds later, you're in business with Rosemary over here?
What am I supposed to do? Wait a morning period?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cause trouble. I'm not interested in going into business.
Sure you are.
No, this is between you and Norman.
Back to the sock business.
Okay then, okay. Then it'll be a three-way partnership with Rosemary.
Three-way.
Well, after all, it is her idea.
Three-way? Just because someone came up with an obvious idea that would have occurred to me in a few minutes anyway.
Norman.
It's okay. I didn't mean to interfere.
Norman, you will have a three-way split if you have anything at all, and that's final.
All right, three-way split. But I'm going to get paper and pen, and we're going to draw an official agreement before there are any more suggestions from the peanut gallery over here.
Peanut gallery? You'll have to excuse Norman. He's been ill-tempered ever since his retirement.
I really didn't mean to horn in on this venture.
You didn't horn in. This is his 5th business venture this month. You should be glad you didn't get involved in his bagel delivery service or his shopping cart repair service.
All right, I got a paper and pen here, and now we're going to draw up the papers and make this business official. Here, Marcy, you're the administrative assistant.
A promotion. Last week I was the bagel slicer.
Okay, we're going to start out with part of the first part, throw in a few here and afters, blah, blah, blah. You know how to do it.
My Marcy is an attorney.
Oh, you didn't tell me, so was my Raymond.
Can we please stick to the topic at hand here?
Just a minute. Just a minute. If your daughter is an attorney, then I feel that the two of us should have an attorney present.
Oh, come on, she's not that good. I didn't mean anything by it, Marcy, but it's just like you're not like another Perry Mason.
I'm not so sure I want to get involved with this business.
See that? She doesn't trust you either.
You don't trust me either?
Of course I trust you. It's just that I don't know much about socks. Why don't the two of you just start this business together?
Well, that sounds like a good idea. We wouldn't want to mix business with pleasure.
Oh, brother.
All right, come on, you two. Shake hands on the deal. Come on. Shake hands! There, now we're back where we started. You don't need a contract.
I still think we should have one. Marcy, why don't we start out with something like Harry Carnegie and Norman Bender are hereby partners, etc.,
Bender?
etc.
Your last name is Bender?
Yes,
And so
didn't you
forth.
know it?
If I got a booger here, just say so.
It's you.
Of course it's me. And who does he think I am?
Don't you know me?
You're Rosemary DiCarlo, our new neighbor.
My maiden name is Capoletti. Ro Capoletti.
Oh my God. Ro.
What's going on here, Norman? Do you know this woman? Norman? Not upset.
Then why are you crushing popcorn in your hand?
Oh, why did he have to walk her home anyway? She only lives next door.
They haven't seen each other in almost 50 years. I'm sure they just want to do some innocent catching up. Harry's walking that way also. He's a great chaperone.
You think they need a chaperone?
I was kidding.
Did you see your father's face? I haven't seen him beam like that since he saw Ida Welkowitz in her thumb.
It wasn't a thumb. I was close to 80.
It was a thumb, and she had tattoos on her butt.
Those were veins.
In the shape of Abraham Lincoln with a top hat?
Can you just listen to yourself? Who would get a tattoo of Lincoln in a top hat on her butt?
Anyway, all of a sudden your father is telling jokes and having a blast from the past, the real life of the party.
They were reminiscing.
Oh, I bet he would have married her if he could have.
Oh, Mom, why couldn't he have married her if he wanted?
Because your bubby probably broke them up. A shiksa had no business in the Bender household.
Bubby? You mean Grandma?
She was a bubby.
We never called her Bubby. She was Grandma B. She rode a motorcycle, for heaven's sake. Chicksa? Since when did you use that word?
I don't know why I always have to be the big party organizer.
You're worrying about nothing.
No, I'm worried about everything. And what am I going to do about Mahjong? Is that how they say it in Boston?
Excuse me. So, what about Mahjong?
Anyway, Wednesdays, I play Mahjong in the clubhouse. Don't you see? It means I'm going to be leaving the two of them home alone.
I don't believe this.
You know, you work hard all your life for a peaceful retirement and boom, the roof caves in.
I've never seen you like this.
You know, I bet your father was head over heels with this Ro Capoletti before we ever met. I bet if she was Jewish, she'd be Ro Bender and I'd be the widow living next door.
Oh, it's way out of proportion.
Ta-da! Oh! La 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 dee, da da doo, da da da, la da 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 da.
I rest my case.
What's wrong with her?
Why did you just dance me around the room?
Because I'm happy. I just met someone that mother jealous? Your mother is jealous. After 40 years of marriage, your mother is jealous. Oh, thank you, God. Oh, thank you. Because tonight, I'm going to get laid. You don't have to say, Dad. It's okay to get laid. We're married.
I don't need to hear this.
Porcupines get laid more than I do. But this jealousy thing and this old flame, the fires are going to be burning tonight.
I've had enough.
Norman, I have to pick up a prescription to drop off at my sister's. And while I'm out, I thought I would take your suit to the cleaner so you could wear it to your interview on Monday.
But I thought I was canceling it.
Well, it might do you good to work in an office again.
But like you said, what do I know about A grades?
What's to know? It's not like it's a super axe blower, it's an A grade.
I was actually thinking of staying at home. Maybe I was going to be working in the garden.
The garden? You can't work in the garden in July. You'll have a stroke. Let the gardener do it.
You mean the Mexican boy? That's ridiculous.
Do what you want.
Where are you going?
Put your suit back in the closet.
No. Take it to the cleaners. Have it ready in an hour with that martinizing business. I think it would do me good to get dressed up. I think that I'll wear it tonight.
Tonight?
Sure. Rose's coming over tonight, isn't she? And while you're out, why don't you stop at the liquor store and pick up a bottle of wine that I like?
The Manischewitz Concord Grape?
No, the other one, the fancy one, the Gallo one. We'll serve it tonight.
You're choosing an Italian wine over a Jewish wine?
Yeah, I want to serve something with a little more pizzazz.
You think the Italian wine has more pizzazz than the Jewish wine?
I do. I've tried them both. What's the matter?
You know, I've been thinking. It's not fair to make you entertain people on a night when Law and Order has back-to-back-to-back-to-back-to-back-to-back-to-back episodes.
They're reruns. There are always reruns in the summer, especially when you only had basic cable.
Maybe it's time we got premium. I mean, for Father's Day, I can ask them to turn it on today.
Tomorrow is Father's Day. Turn it on tomorrow because tonight we party. Hey, don't forget the wine.
What's with the wine?
Well, tonight I'm going to share that wine with your mother before the big event. But then again, wine could turn it into a non-event. Okay. Hello, information. Someone gave me the phone number to the Rock Hard Roller Company, but I couldn't make out the first digit. 2, thank you. Hello, information. Someone gave me the phone number to the Rock Hard Roller, but I really couldn't make out the second digit. 7. Oh, God, thank you. Hello, information. Someone gave me the phone number to the Rock Hard. What do you mean you're onto my trick? 75 cents? You can't charge me. I didn't even get the number. Hello? Hello?
Spend the rest of my days.
So, you and Norman were an item way back when.
Oh, for a while, until my parents broke us up.
Religious differences?
No, they just didn't want me to get involved with someone whose mother rode a motorcycle. Those are very beautiful socks.
Oh, socks are my life. I was fortunate enough to have slim calves and ankles. I've always been able to wear a good sock. In fact, I have more than 400 pair.
That's an awful lot of socks. Too bad you weren't in the diamond necklace business.
Too bad I wasn't in the Viagra business. Oh, perhaps you would do me the honor of escorting me to the 4th of July barbecue at the clubhouse?
I don't know.
I should have known.
Known what?
A guy like me doesn't stand a chance with a classy woman like yourself. Oh, sure, I may act like a big ladies' man, but when push comes to shove, just call me Harry the Wallflower. I don't understand it. Watch this. Pachanga. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Merengue. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do the hustle. 1, 2, 3, 4. I should be the disco king of Stonebridge. All the time and money I spent at that Arthur Murray's, but where did it ever get me? I should take that dance studio to Judge Judy and demand a refund. The humiliation of it all.
Oh, Harry, I'm sorry. It's not you. It's just that it's been so long since... And what about you? You never married?
Oh, I was married, okay, to the Star Spangled Sock Company for 50 years. Then on my golden anniversary, my beautiful bride was sneaking around with some conglomerate. And we got a divorce. The settlement consisted of luncheon, a watch that took a licking, and then you just stopped ticking. And all the irregulars I could carry.
I'm sorry, but you were a big sock man, one of the biggest, so at least you made out well.
Could you keep a secret between us?
Sure.
Socks aren't what they used to be. As a matter of fact, they never were. The biggest sock man in the world doesn't hold a candle against a mid-level underwear man. I mean, some people don't even wear socks, but everybody wears tighty whities. Keep this between us. I do have a reputation in the community.
Oh, your secret is safe with me. Harry, is there dancing at this barbecue?
Dancing? No, there's no dancing.
Harry, I'd be delighted to go to the barbecue with you.
You would!
Come in, that was me, Raymond.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Ray. Raymond, this is Harry Carnegie. He was a big sock man years ago.
Why, hello, Harry. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Ray.
One Ray will be sufficient.
I see you're not wearing any socks.
I don't wear socks with sandals.
Well, I just want to know, I mean, athlete's foot is a very contagious skin infection caused by a parasitic fungus.
Thanks for the info.
Well, you know, I mean, socks can help prevent athlete's foot.
Be careful where I walk barefoot, thank you.
I never understand the younger generation. I'll bet you're wearing tighty whities, though.
I'm wearing Calvin Klein's.
Don't you have your own? No, don't you get it? Don't you have your own? It's time for me to go. I have to check up and see what my gardener is doing. We'll be talking.
Bye-bye, Harry.
Strange fellow.
Oh, Harry's a nice guy. By the way, our neighbors invited us over tonight. Their daughter is visiting. She'll be there too.
Not really in a sociable mood.
Oh, nonsense. She's a lawyer. You have a lot in common.
Mom, I thought we went over all this. I don't want you trying to set me up with anyone. Besides, I'm pretty bummed out. I wouldn't be very good company for anyone.
What's wrong?
Tomorrow's Father's Day, and Cynthia picked this week to take the kids to Disney World.
I don't understand why you didn't have them for Father's Day weekend.
She arranged it, and she told the kids about it 6 months ago. She said that at the time, she didn't realize it was going to interfere with Father's Day, but she's the world's biggest calendar person. She knew.
Well, why don't you let her get away with it?
What was I going to do? Tell the kids that they couldn't go to Disney World because they had to spend the weekend with me? It was in a no-win situation. I'm sure that she and Boris had a good laugh. Boris? What kind of a name is Boris for someone who isn't even Russian?
Our neighbor's daughter's name is Marcy. That's such a nice name.
It's all the same to you. I think I'm going to go to bed early and skip all the hijinks.
It's too late. You're already committed.
What are you talking about? You can't force me to meet her.
Oh, she seems like a wonderful girl.
I don't care.
And she's very beautiful.
I said I don't... How beautiful?
She's a 10.
How high does the scale go?
Why are you so suspicious? What kind of a son did I raise that doesn't trust his own mother?
I'm a lawyer. I can't help it.
Here, take this next door.
What's this?
That's a phone number Norman Bender wanted. I called Florence Romano for it. Just take it next door, introduce yourself, and see if you can catch a glimpse of Marcy. If you don't like the way she looks, you don't have to go tonight.
I feel like a dopey teenager.
You look like a lonely 40-year-old. Just take the phone number next door.
Rosemary's son?
I'm Marcy Silverman.
My mom wanted me to give you this. She said that your dad wanted some kind of a phone number.
Oh, great. I think my dad's taking a nap.
So, you're a lawyer?
You too? So you're divorced?
Look, I'm not very good at this.
I know. Me neither. My parents don't think divorcees can be happy. We can. Can we? I mean, we don't need our parents trying to fix us up, do we?
Yeah, but, I mean, no. My mom's the same way. She thinks that just because my wife left me and took the kids that I'm not happy. And when Father's Day rolls around and my kids are on Magic Mountain with a guy named Boris who isn't even Russian. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't apologize. Ted has my kids. Well, our kids. That cheap bastard took him to great adventure with his teenage wife, Bambi.
Her name is really Bambi?
Well, that's what I call her. Her real name is Helen.
And she's really a teenager.
Not really. But she dresses like one. She's 44 and wears micro minis and has fat legs. It's a mess.
Have you ever wondered why they left us for such losers?
All the time.
Who are you?
Dad, this is Rose Sun Ray.
Ray's son, Bo.
No, Dad. Rose Sun Ray.
Oh, how do you do?
Ray brought a number for you.
Huh, that's a cheap Father's Day gift.
Dad.
What number?
I don't know. My mom said that you needed it.
Oh, right. Yes, sir.
Dad, can't you call from the bedroom?
Oh, I get it. You two want to be left alone.
Dad.
No, no need to apologize. I understand. I was young once myself.
I'm sorry. My dad's a little wacky, but lovable.
No, it's okay. It's fine.
He's always up to something. We never know what he's going to do next.
What do you mean I don't have to yell? Of course I have to yell. Your product almost killed my wife. Right now, she's lying on the floor screaming in pain because of your hideous contraption. Just a minute. Psst. Groan.
What?
Would you please groan?
Dad!
Don't like you're in pain.
No!
Oh, I'm in pain. Oh.
That was my wife in pain. Groaning. What do you mean? A deep voice. Are you trying to insult my wife? I'll have you know that my daughter is a lawyer, another Perry Mason. And if we don't get a good settlement, we're going to see you in court. Oh, and a good day to you, too.
Dad, it sounds to me like you're trying to put one over on these people.
Nonsense. So your mother wasn't even hurt. We're entitled to compensation from Rock Hard Rower. I'm going to go finish my nap and then I'm going to draw up a complaint.
Did he just say rock hard grower?
That's what he said.
They're one of my clients.
You're not going to prosecute my dad, are you?
Not if you join me for a pina colada at the pool.
The sacrifices we make for the people we love. Let me grab a bathing suit and I'll change the cabana.
I have one at my mom's, so we can stop off there. Sequel's much better. Hi. I'm Ray DiCarlo, Rosemary's son.
How do you do?
Hi, Mom. We're going to the pool.
I understand that the water has a bacteria problem.
Where did you ever hear that? That's snappy. And I'll see you later.
I guess I'll see you tonight now.
We'll sue. We'll really sue. I didn't care for their nasty attitude to begin with.
No, I don't want to sue. I just have to recuperate until after Marcy goes home. Help me to the couch.
Okay, easy.
Oh,
easy.
yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh,
Sit over here.
easy. I just need to rest. I'm sure I'll be fine by Monday.
And Monday I'll have Marcy make Claire Lawson.
No, I don't want any lawsuits.
I forgot the suntan lotion. What's wrong?
Your mother was using that contraption and got hurt.
Oh my God, Mom, why did you do
I
that?
thought I could control it.
We're going to sue the pants off that company.
Well, before you do that, you might want to know that the Rock Hard Rowing Company is one of my clients.
You represent them?
Yes, I do, and I know that this is all a setup.
A setup?
Yeah, a fake injury.
A fake injury?
Your dad just had me fake groaning.
Yeah, but my mom would never go along with a fake injury.
You know, are you trying to tell me that Wyatt is as devious and as sneaky as I am?
Out! Out! Get out of my house!
Look, I didn't mean to actually
You better.
Marcy, I didn't mean to
My
insult
dad might be a conniver, but you have a lot of nerve to accuse my dad as well. If she says she's been hurt, then she's been
Look,
hurt.
all I'm trying to say is that I just think it's awfully strange that your mom knew about the recall and she still decided to use the rower.
I think you better leave. We'll see you in court.
That's right. We'll see you in court. You don't know you're messing around. Do you think we should call a doctor?
No, no doctors, and I don't want any lawsuits. I just need to rest. I'm feeling better already.
You'll see a doctor, and on Monday, I'll file the lawsuit.
Great! We'll make millions for your pain and suffering.
You know, it was partly my fault anyway. I shouldn't have been fooling around with this contraption. Just let me rest.
Don't be a fool, Mom. This dishonest person in the world accusing my mom of faking an injury.
Raymond!
Right.
I like how Joseph is as much as the next guy, but I'm getting tired of listening to you playing the songs in Yiddish. Can't we listen to something different?
Like what?
I don't know, like Enrique Galuzo.
I knew that was coming. Listen, Norman, I'm telling you for the last time, this lawsuit business has gone way too far. And Marcy has been spending an awful lot of time in these court cases with Raymond. And I don't like it one bit. And I'm feeling fine now. For a long time, I want to withdraw the complaint.
What, on the eve of trial? It just proves that the pain is so great, you're not able to think straight.
There's no pain. Stop already.
Stop already, stop already, stop already. Do you know how many times in the last 40 years you've told me to stop already?
And do you know how many times you've actually stopped?
If I stop, every time you yelled at me to stop, I'd be frozen like this. Hey,
Hey, what?
there's a good job. I could be a store window mannequin.
Now you want to be a store window dummy?
Mannequin.
Now you want to be a store window mannequin dummy?
Very funny. I can model clothes. Seniors have to wear clothes too, you know. And another thing, I'm just tired of this effort I'm ever trying to do. So, what do you think? Anything?
Nothing. I think nothing.
Well, we better start thinking of something.
All right, look. I'm going to tell you what, Norman. This is just enough already with these court conferences. I don't want to have anything to do with this.
Well, I think one of the big concerns we have is that you're worried about Marcy.
I am. I'm very worried about Marcy. I'm worried that Marcy is going to get involved with Raymond, and I want to nip it in the bud.
What are you talking about? Thank God.
Every interruption is a blessing from above. Hello? Oh, hi, dear. Have you been able to bring the chicken soup over to Aunt Shirley? Okay, good. My sister has the flu. Honey, while I have you on the phone, I was wondering, would you be able to stop over this afternoon on your way to court? Yeah, I'll tell you why after you get here. All right, great. See you later.
What was that all about?
What? My sister's been sick.
Your sister's been sick.
Yeah.
But I'm more concerned about why you're asking Marcy to come over.
Well, I'm not allowed to see my own daughter.
Of course you're allowed to see your own daughter. But why do you have to see her before she goes to court?
Well, I'm very concerned, like I said, that she's seeing too much of Raymond. And I said I have to nip it in the bud.
What are you, crazy? After this rock hard rower business, it's obvious that she hates him.
Well, hate and love are very close emotions. Oprah did a show on that very subject.
You know, I don't understand. Why do you watch Oprah when you can watch Jerry Springer? And you know, and there's another thing. So what if the two of them get together? I thought that was the plan.
Plans change.
Oh, God. You know, I think the guy's a nice enough fellow.
No, well, not to me.
Can I ask you a question about this before you do anything else? I was always wondering, you see these? Why are we always wearing the same clothes?
I think they're cute.
I never understood. What if something were to happen and someone had to tell us apart? How are they going to be able to do that if we're wearing the same pajamas?
What on earth could happen if they'd have to tell us apart?
What if there was a big
Norman, after you get dressed, okay, I want you to go over to the nursing home and pick up Rabbi Teitelbaum and bring him here for tea.
Rabbi
I
Teitelbaum?
already called over there and made the arrangements.
Rabbi Teitelbaum? Why do you want to have tea with him?
Well, he hasn't visited us in a while, and I like to stay in touch.
Visited? He hasn't visited us in 30 years.
So it's time we invited him over.
Oh, brother, he dribbles more than Seymour Kleiman, and from both ends.
That's because Seymour Kleiman's been dead for 2 years.
I think Teitelbaum is dead too, but no one told him.
No, I mean,
And then look, there's another crack in the wall. You better call an arm.
they haven't called me back yet since I called them about the brown water.
Well, what do I care about that? I'm colorblind anyway. I'm gonna get dressed. Oh.
I don't believe this.
What? That I've rekindled an old friendship?
You were never friends with Rabbi Teitelbaum. He's 95 years old.
You have something against the elderly? You know, your father and I are no spring chickens.
The only reason why you invited Rabbi Teitelbaum over is because you're afraid that Raymond and I might become involved. And you want to dump this crap on me about mixed marriages. But you don't have to worry. It's something that will never happen.
No, that is absolutely not the reason. Rabbi Teitelbaum is a fascinating man with fascinating stories.
Then why did you insist that I be here?
What, a woman can't insist on seeing her daughter now and then? And since you're here, you'll say hello to the rabbi. Oh, that must be them now. Norman, come in.
Yes, dear.
Easy.
Can't get him through the floor here. Hurry up. Where do you want me to put him? Come over here, up there. I'm going to the clubhouse.
Norman, you've got to
Enjoy
stay.
it.
No, you've got to stay here with us.
There comes a time in a man's life when he has to stand up for his rights. Oh my God, Edna, did you leave the other one?
Norman. Well, I guess it's just the three of us for tea. Rabbi,
Good in hell. I'm not a salt shaker.
see the wisdom he spouts. Rabbi, it's me, Edna Bender. You're at my house visiting. This is Marcy.
Edna Bender, you had a beautiful bat mitzvah.
Yes, Rabbi. I'm older now.
Are you still dating that fella from the Hells Angels?
It wasn't from the Hells Angels. It was his mother who had the motorcycle.
He's no good for you. Find another fella.
We're married, Rabbi.
You know her. You eloped?
No, Rabbi, you married us. This is our daughter, Marcy. You remember her.
Hello, Rabbi Teitelbaum.
Come here, Marcy. Come, sit. You're turning into a lovely young lady.
Go, sit. Mom. I was telling Marcy. Rabbi, wake up. I was telling Marcy that Judaism is to be cherished with all our hearts.
Oh, yes, of course it is. You are Marcy?
Yes.
Edna is right. It's a beautiful religion with great tradition. You should convert.
Marcy is my daughter, Rabbi.
And she's not Jewish? How could this be?
She is Jewish, Rabbi.
What's the problem?
There is no problem. I just wanted you to explain to her the difficulties of mixed marriages. I know you are against them.
Of course I'm against them.
I wanted you to explain why. Rabbi, I want you to explain why you you are. When Lily Lipkowitz wanted to marry that Salvatore fellow whose family owned the fish market, you wouldn't perform the ceremony.
Really?
Don't you remember?
Why don't you ask him if he remembers what he had for breakfast?
Rabbi, wake up!
Is it time for my nap already?
I give up.
Well, I've got to get to court. I enjoy when the rabbi wakes up, tell him how much I enjoy seeing him. I hope that the rest of your visit is as exciting.
You shouldn't make fun of him. He survived the Holocaust, you know. That's something that Catholics from Brooklyn never had to do.
You're using the Holocaust to argue that I should stay away from Raymond?
I'm only saying that if you get involved with Goyim, you're slapping your roots in the face.
In all of my life, I never thought I'd say this to you, Mom, but shame on you to belittle the memory of the Holocaust. To even mention it in this context is shameful.
You're lecturing me on shame? My big professional lawyer daughter thinks she's so educated that she could lecture me on shame? What, did they teach a course on shame in that law school of yours? No, I don't think so. What do you know about shame anyway? You're willing to bring shame on your entire family without even blinking an eye.
What are you talking about? Tell me, what are you talking about?
There's nothing to tell, just don't bring Raymond home. He's not welcome here.
I am not interested in Raymond. And even if I were, you say that's shameful? What's gotten into you? I don't understand.
It's not for you to understand.
I have to go to court.
Marcy,
What?
love you very much. I just haven't been myself lately. I didn't mean to aggravate you. I know you're not interested in Raymond. Can we just let this whole thing drop, please?
Sure, Mom. It's dropped. Say goodbye to the rabbi for me when he wakes up.
She thinks I'm being unreasonable. Am I being unreasonable? I mean, Norman's all I've got. If Marcy and Raymond end up together and Rosemary and Norman start spending time together, well, you see where that would lead. Am I being unreasonable to stop them in their tracks? Couldn't survive without Norman. I mean, is it so terrible to take things into my own hands? No point in trouble, is there? I'm gonna have some tea. Would you like some tea? I'll take that as a no.
Now, don't worry. Oh, yes. Is there any chance of reaching a settlement in this case?
No, Your Honor.
And why not?
Because despite a serious injury, casualty insurance has elected not to make any offers whatsoever.
And why is that, Mr. DiCarlo?
Your Honor, the casualty insurance company has a policy of not offering settlements in cases of fraud.
Fraud is a very serious charge, I would think.
And an unfounded one.
Do you have any evidence to prove fraud?
Yes, Your Honor, the plaintiff was aware of the product's recall and knew better than to try to use it.
Did she receive notice of the recall from the company?
No, actually she didn't. She bought it at a garage sale.
Then what proof do you have that she was aware of the recall?
I'm sorry for interrupting. I have a witness who actually advised the plaintiff about the product's recall an hour before she allegedly used it.
That's pretty strong evidence, I would think.
Why don't you ask him who his witness is, Your Honor?
All right, who's your witness? What did you say?
My mother.
Your mother is your key witness?
My mother wouldn't lie.
And mine what?
My mother doesn't have a conniving husband pulling her strings.
No, she's able to pull her own strings.
What do you mean pull her own strings?
This is what I'm going to do. did you have other plans? Good. And I'm going to ask that you bring all the parties together and try and reach a settlement before tomorrow.
Your Honor, there's not going to be
And
any...
I think it would be a good idea if you include your mommy in the meeting as well. After all, if she's your key witness, that would come into play at settlement time.
All right.
All right. We'll meet back here tomorrow morning at 10, hopefully to inform me that you've reached an equitable settlement. Got it? And now we are adjourned. Hello? Huh? 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 Huh?
So how do you want to handle this thing?
Why don't you and your mother come to my parents' house tonight and we can talk then?
All right, we'll be there.
All right then.
All right then.
That was very unprofessional.
Me too.
I was talking about you.
What about you?
I was caught up in the moment. You had no right to try to seduce me.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Seduce you? Seduce you?
Yes, to smoosh me out of this lawsuit.
You think that was a schmooze kiss? Well, what do you take me for?
I take you for a shyster with a nice keister.
I'm not a shyster. You're the shyster. You kissed me.
I did no such thing. You kissed me.
I didn't kiss you. You have a nice keister too, by the way.
Thank you, but flattery will get you nowhere.
I'm not trying to get anywhere except at that door.
Then go.
I will.
Well, what's keeping you here?
Nothing. I'll see you tonight.
Okay, go.
I'll go when I'm good and ready.
Okay, then stay here. I'll go.
Fine.
Fine.
I hear an echo in here.
It's from the empty space between your ears.
Are you trying to insult me?
It's hard to insult a lump of clay.
You are trying to insult me. Well, I'm rubber and you're glue.
Rubber? Glue? Can you be any more childish?
I'm not good at arguing with people.
You must be a hell of a litigator.
I mean people I know, people I care for. That's why I didn't get my kids on Father's Day. That's why I lost everything in my divorce. I'm a goddamn lawyer. I lost everything in my divorce. Can you see the irony?
I'm sorry.
Why are you smiling?
Rubber. You're good. It's very cute. It's adorable.
You're adorable.
I thought you were leaving.
But you were.
I am.
Me too.
I don't understand. Why do we have to try to reach a settlement?
It is standard procedures in these types of cases. We need to take every reasonable step to try to reach an agreement before we go to trial.
Are you sure about that? It doesn't sound right.
It's right.
And this is what they taught you at Boston Law School? You're positive?
Yes.
What law school did Raymond go to?
He went to St. John's.
That figures.
Again? With the religious differences?
I'm just saying, he's a goyish Chicago.
I thought we got past this issue.
We did, but I'm just pointing out that he's not like us. These people are not like us.
Not like us in what way?
It's a whole different way of life with these Gentiles. Just promise me that you're not interested in Raymond, you know, in a personal sort of way.
Oh, God. You're beating a dead horse. Speaking of dead horses, how was the rest of your visit with Rabbi Tyrell?
Well, it was very nice, and he would have made some very good points about mixed marriages if he wasn't so tired.
On the way back to the home, he spoke about mixed marriages.
He did? What did he say?
He said he wished he was married to Sophia Loren.
Can we please get back to the settlement conference? We have to meet with Raymond and Rosemary.
You mean we all have to get together?
Yes, exactly.
Listen, I think that we've made our point about this contraption already. Can we just settle for $1, please, and call it even? I mean, this way
crazy? This company has deep pockets, and we're gonna bleed them dry.
Yeah, but you know what? It was partly my fault anyway. I shouldn't have been fooling around with that contraption. Come on, please, let's just drop it.
Nah, not a chance in hell. All right, Marcy, tell me more about this settlement meeting.
It's tonight at 7 o'clock.
Ah, tonight's no good.
Why not?
Because Sock Puppet Incorporated has their weekly stockholders meeting.
It's just you and Mr. Carnegie.
That's business!
What time is your meeting?
At 6:30, it's always right after the early bird special at the diner.
Fine, so our meeting is at 7.
A half hour for a stockholders meeting?
How much time do you need?
Well, now at least like 45 minutes.
I'll stall them if necessary. I've got to go.
Yeah, you
I'll
go.
see you tonight.
You go get your game face on. I want you like a bulldog tonight. By the way, where are you going?
To get my nails done.
Bye, Mom. Bye, honey. Norman, listen. I don't want to sue. I don't want a settlement conference. I don't want to have anything more to do with these people.
It's out of your hands. It's in the hands of the lawyers.
What lawyers? It's Marcy.
Let's just have the meeting and see what happens. I'm going to go out for a walk.
A walk?
Yeah, you know how that works, right? Put one foot in front of the other foot, then this foot, then the front foot, you like open the door. You sort of get the idea?
Yeah, and I'm going to come with you.
No, you can't come with me.
Why not?
Because you're supposed to be injured. What if Ro or Ray see you outside? It's going to hurt our case. I'll be back shortly. Say, spending a lot of time with Ro lately. Sly old devil, you.
She's a wonderful lady.
Have we gotten lucky yet, you old hound dog?
That's an awful personal question. Did you get lucky when you dated her?
Me? I didn't get lucky with anybody I dated.
I'm glad to hear that.
Now you answer the question.
I never discussed the details of my courtships.
Courtships? Boy, you smooth operator got all the buzzwords, don't you?
You pick them up when you travel in the fast lane.
You must have led some life.
Oh, yeah.
You know, these button eyes are impossible to sew on. Wouldn't it just be easier to paint faces on these socks?
Harry Carnegie has never put out a cheap product.
But at this rate, we're never going to finish enough socks to fill up a flea market table.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I could have, we could start an assembly line in Mexico, and I could have my gardener act as liaison.
Mexico? Liaison? Wouldn't it just be easier to paint faces on these socks?
Well, if we use an easy way out, they won't need a gimmick to move our product.
Gimmick? What kind of gimmick?
Well, I don't know. Like those Cabbage Patch Kids. Each one had its own name.
That's right. We'll name each individual sock puppet. Now I know why you're such a big sock man.
All we have to do is write down a list of names.
Yeah, and then I could,
You never take me dancing. I thought that this was a stockholders meeting, not a sock puppet factory. Clean up this mess. God.
Sakes. You know, Harry, the Carlos are coming over. Beg us to settle the lawsuit.
What lawsuit?
Don't you read the Stonebridge Exchange?
My newsletter got soaked in a sprinkler.
Stick around. You'll get the story firsthand. Ro will be here. Woo-woo.
Woo, woo. Norman, will you please help us here?
Oh. Oh, that must be them now. Come in.
Cannolis. I love cannolis.
Hello, Harry.
It's more comfortable.
The reason we're here,
Just a minute.
what's wrong?
We haven't finished our stockholders meeting yet.
Dad,
Did you ever hear of parliamentary procedures? All right, any old business?
No.
Any new business?
Yes. I think we should consider approaching Walmart with our product.
Sounds like a great idea. Why don't we open it up to that? No, why don't we just table that for the next meeting? Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
Move to adjourn!
From a stockholder.
Move to adjourn? I move we adjourn.
Okay, I second the motion. All in favor? Motion carried. This meeting is adjourned.
may I proceed?
Go ahead.
Mr. Carnegie, it's not necessary for you to stay.
I thought these court cases are open to the public.
Whatever. Anyway, we're here to try to settle this issue.
Just a minute.
Now what? Dad, what are you doing?
Marcy, let me handle this, please.
What's this? $5 million?
I didn't say that loud.
What does this mean?
Dad!
Marcy, please. It's what we call a jumping off point.
May I?
Of course. $2 million. Now we're negotiating. Watch and learn.
$4 million.
What's this? $1?
Maybe you should have grabbed the first offer while it's still on the coffee table. Look, Mr. Bender, we're here because we were ordered to be here, but we were not ordered to put up with your foolishness.
Just a minute. Don't talk directly to my client.
Well, he spoke directly to me.
He speaks directly to our television set, too. Not to ignore him like everyone else does.
Thank you, Marcy.
All right. We're here because Judge Crownhammer ordered us to...
Crownhammer, right? Isn't that the dentist?
I thought it was the butcher.
This is ridiculous.
You have no right to call my parents ridiculous.
Well, what would you call it? A sock puppet meeting? Secret notes? Blabbering about a dentist and a butcher?
Maybe if your client didn't make a defective product, you wouldn't have to be here to do it.
Order in the house.
Sit down!
Just a minute. Harry's just trying to help. Don't talk to him that way.
She can talk to him any way she wants. This is my house.
This is my house, too. He is my business partner, and they have no right to talk to him that way.
Your father is a moron. Does he really believe $5 million?
This is no good.
What's no good? It's perfect.
Perfect. This is a slap in the face of Adonai.
I don't know.
The settlement conference is over. Over! Everyone out! Out, 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 out of my house! You, stay!
I'm just going outside for a minute.
Oh, what?
Harry and I have to start picking sock pocket names. Unless you would like us to do it here.
No, do it outside, but stay in front where I can see you.
Yes, Mommy.
What's gotten into you?
What's gotten into you? Kissing and carrying on like that, and putting on a show for the whole world and lying to me.
Lying to you?
You said there was nothing between you and Raymond.
There isn't. There wasn't. Maybe there is. I don't know.
Well, there can't
enough.
Don't say that's enough. That's what I say to your father when he doesn't make any sense.
Then let me repeat myself. Edna, that's enough. Let's get another thing straight, Mom. I am 37 years old. You did not try to control my love life when I was 21. Don't try to do it now.
Well, maybe you would have been better off if I did control it at 21.
That's a low blow.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. But at least Ted was Jewish. Cultural differences between you and Raymond are way too big to overcome.
Cultural differences? There's no cultural differences. This has nothing to do with cultural differences. You just don't want any relationship to develop between families because of your irrational fear that Dad still cares for Rome.
No, that's not true. I just don't want to see you get hurt again. I don't even like that whole family. I'm even thinking of moving. You know, your father's been thinking of moving to Florida. Maybe it's time I agreed.
Maybe it's time you stop panicking over nothing. Ro is a terrific lady, and she'd be a great friend for you.
Yeah, like Brutus is to Caesar.
Come in.
Who is it?
It's Brutus.
What does she want?
I'd like to speak to you.
We've got nothing to say to each other. I'll see you in court.
I think we do have something to say.
I'm going outside. I'll keep an eye on Daddy to make sure he doesn't play in the mud.
I don't know what I did to hurt you, but whatever it is, I'd like to apologize.
You didn't do anything. No apology is necessary.
And maybe you can explain what's going on.
What's going on is I'm trying to protect my daughter.
From what?
From making another mistake.
Are you calling Raymond a mistake?
I'm not Raymond. I have nothing against Raymond. I just think people should stick with their own kind.
I'm sorry, I must be missing something here. You did know that I wasn't Jewish when we first discussed introducing our children to each other.
Well, to be honest with you, it never occurred to me that you weren't Jewish.
To be honest, you have the nerve to use the word to be honest? You haven't been honest yet.
You have no right to judge
I'm
me.
not judging you. You've been the judge. You think I don't know what this is all about? You judge me to be a homewrecker. You judge Norman to be a cheat. You judge your own daughter incapable of choosing a good man. So don't accuse me of judging you. You judged everyone around you.
You don't know what it's like
To what? To lose a husband? Well, I do know what it's like to lose a husband. I already lost a husband. To cancer. It hurts. It hurts like hell. There isn't a day goes by that it doesn't hurt. Why would I ever want to cause you so much pain? I don't love Norman. And I certainly don't lust for him. I like him and I like you. And I'd never want to cause you pain. If I didn't just sign a lease, I would even consider moving. I don't want to live next door to someone that hates and fears me. I'm 71 years old and I'm alone. I moved here hoping to make a few friends, maybe get in a good mahjong game, have a neighbor like you to go to the mall with now and then. And when it seemed that your Marcy and my Raymond might have an interest in each other, it was like my husband was up there looking after me, as though he made some kind of deal to be sure that I'd be surrounded by people that cared about me. I'm terribly sorry things didn't work out, Edna. But be assured, I never had designs of any kind, except maybe to find a little happiness, but certainly not at anyone else's expense.
Maybe you can get out of your leash. Your son's a lawyer. Let him look at it.
You can't do that. You can't call a sock puppet Senor Wences. Somebody's using that name.
That's ridiculous. What are the chances someone else thought of the same name for a sock puppet?
Maybe it's sticking in your mind because you've heard it before.
Oh, please! Senor Wences is not even an American name. And you know what? Senor means Mr. in Spanish. I could have very easily called it Mr. Wences, which I was originally thinking. But then I added a Spanish flavor. Why? Because you told about your gardener, and I thought it would help us sell sock puppets in the Hispanic community. Now you're trying to tell me that someone came up with the name Mr. Wences, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, decided to add
say I'm living in a fantasy world? You're nuts. Fatso, Meshuggah, all of the
What's the
above.
fantasy about that? Somebody has to be the world's oldest astronaut. And now, let me tell you something. While you were sitting in that ivory sock tower of yours, I was out there living my life. And never in all my years have I ever heard anyone use the name Fenumensis. And another thing. Oh, jeez. Oh,
Norman, what's wrong?
oh, this sock puppet business is a little bit more stressful than I imagined.
Here, sit down. Come.
I'll be okay.
Oh my God, Norman!
Hurry, call 911.
Norman! Oh my God. What are you doing?
I was a critical care nurse for 30 years. If it's going to make you jealous, turn around. I have to give them mouth to mouth.
Magnified and sanctified by God's great name in the world, which he has created according to his will. May he establish his kingdom soon in our lifetime. Let us say, Amen. May his great name be praised to all eternity, hallowed and honored, extolled and exalted.
Thank you for the fruit basket. It's very beautiful.
I'm so sorry. I hope they didn't put a lot of those colorful, stringy, cellophane papers in it. I asked them not to put a lot of those papers in.
No, it didn't have a lot of stringy cellophane paper in the basket.
It's okay for Easter baskets, but you don't want those cellophane papers all over your house.
It was a beautiful basket, Harry. You know, 3 kinds of pears. I never saw such pear-shaped pears. You know, Norman used to rave about pears.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he didn't care much for the taste, but after he retired, he got a part-time job working in the produce section of the supermarket, and he used to rave about the pears. He said they didn't roll like the apples and the oranges. He called them God's weebles. He said that if the apples and the oranges were shaped like pears, I never would have quit.
Speaking of Norman, maybe this isn't the right time, but I gotta get something off my chest. I'm feeling a lot of guilt.
About what?
Well, it was the stress of the sock puppet business that we didn't have to.
Oh, Mr. Conti, don't be ridiculous. My dad was involved in a new venture every week since he retired. It's what kept him going. He didn't have a heart attack because you were arguing over the name of a sock puppet.
Marcy is right. You shouldn't feel guilty about anything.
Thank you. It's a shame about Rosemary.
What about Rosemary?
Well, apparently there was a loophole in the lease, and the Goldens are taking the house back. She and Raymond are packing, and she's moving out tomorrow.
What?
It's terrible. She doesn't even have a place to live. She's moving in with Raymond until she can find a place. But I have to say something. I give Rosemary a lot of credit for giving Norman CPR like that. At her age, it was obviously exhausting. But I'm disappointed in her for not showing up at the funeral because she was holding a grudge about the lawsuit. That's just too petty and juvenile. I've lost all respect for her. And we were becoming an item, you know.
An item?
Yeah. We've been seeing a lot of each other. There's been a real attraction on both sides. But not anymore. I'm appalled at her petty juvenile behavior. I've lost all respect.
You got it all wrong, Harry.
What are you talking about?
I'm the one that you should lose all respect for. Rosemary didn't miss the funeral because of the lawsuit. And she's not moving because of the Goldens. I asked her to move. I asked her to move because I was the petty juvenile fool who was worried that she was going to steal Norman from me. I was afraid that someday she was going to kiss his lips and breathe life back into their relationship. Can you imagine the irony? When she finally did kiss his lips, I thank God that she was trying to breathe life back into him. I've hurt that woman terribly, and I wish there was something I could do to right that wrong. If she wanted me to, I would get down on my knees and beg her to forgive me.
In the Jewish religion, you're required to forgive someone if they offer a sincere apology.
But you're not Jewish. I've made that abundantly clear.
But Christianity operates under similar guidelines.
I was quite the fool.
The threat of loneliness can make you do crazy things. I'm sorry you didn't come to the funeral, but I didn't want to upset you. I wouldn't have paid a shiver call if Raymond didn't insist on it.
I'm so glad that you're here. I've made such a mess that I was so worried that you were going to steal Norman from me that I didn't even enjoy taking the time having him here with me. I've hurt you very badly.
I've already forgiven you.
And you won't move?
That's a horse of a different color. Raymond was able to find a loophole in the lease to get me out of it. But I'm not so sure he can find one to get me back in.
Only that Marcy can help. The two of them can do it together, can't you, Marcy?
I'm not so sure I could work closely with Ray. Every time we do, we end up kissing.
Then I want the two of you stuck together like glue until you find a way to uncancel the lease. And I don't care how much kissing is involved.
Norman was right.
About what?
Well, he found this beautiful Argyle sock. Argyle socks have those diamond shapes on them. And he saw two eyes on that sock, and he said, I'm going to name this sock Edna, because the beautiful diamond shapes remind me of the beautiful diamond that I married.
A real Alta-Kaka, that man.
I think you just called Norman an old fart.
I did? Holy guacamole.
You have such a way with words. Remind me to be in the courtroom the next time you have your oral arguments.
Maybe we'll make a day of it.
Maybe we'll make a life of it.
Make a life of what?
Norman, the doctor said you should stay in bed.
Your sister died, you're sitting in shiver. I have to take care of you. I am going to make tea.
Great. I'll have coffee.
Cannolis.
I love cannolis. Norman, do you want a cannoli?
No, thanks. I think we're having a piece of challah.
Oh, Norman, you're choosing challah over cannolis?
Cannolis give me heartburn. I'll choose challah over home cannolis every day of the week.
Oh, Norman!
Oh, thank you, God. Yes.
Don't ask. Every interruption is a blessing from above.
Hello? Oh, sure, 1 minute.
Hello? Bluebird Bowling Ball Company? You have an opening for a bowling ball buffer? No, I'm sorry. I'm no longer available. I'm retired. I'm going to spend some quality time with my beautiful wife. Her name is Edna.
Oh.